Greetings, welcome back to PinkOddBird. Today we are here to take a look at a super fun collaboration book that my friends and I really all worked hard together on. So I'm going to share this with you guys today. I just wanted to take a quick little moment to say I know we're approaching into the heaviest part of the holidays, and so I hope everyone remembers to stay safe no matter what it is that you decide to do this holiday season. If you're going to be with family or friends, I hope that you enjoy your time. Just take some time to, be with yourself and process what this year has been for you and what the upcoming year will be for you, or what you would like to see it become for yourself. I hope that no matter what you do, you have fun and safe holiday season this year. And I'd like to thank everyone for all of their continued support this year. It always means the world to me. You guys all know that I would not be here if it wasn't for the odd flock, So I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of the kind words, the supports. I appreciate all of the kind words, the constant support, all of the positive energy, the feedback that you guys leave for me, just everything in general. I appreciate it all. So I'm looking forward to another year of hopefully some fun ideas, and I don't know, I guess we'll have to see what's coming up. I got a lot to do. But for today, we're going to be taking a look at a really, really, really big book. And the reason why a book like this started is because we made a book was made for my sweet friend Janine, and it got stolen. And so instead of having the one creator make the book all over again, our friends all came together and we're like, hey, let's all each make a signature, and boom, the book will be, better than ever. It'll still be exactly what she wants, and we'll come together and we'll help you do this. You don't have to do it alone. So, and she still got to have her book in the end. It's really sad that somebody would take something that, looks to be, handmade and personalized. Like, I don't really get that, but it happened nonetheless. And so, we started making these collaboration books. So we made one for her, and then one was made for me. We decided to just keep the tradition going and just, make it one big circle until everyone in our friend group had one of these books of their own. So this one was mine. It's a big, it's like, look how big it is. And my good friend Shaina has a flip through of this Mama Jamma on her channel. But if you guys want to see me do a flip through of this here on my channel as well, leave a comment down below and let me know. So with each book that we make like this, every person who's going to be the ultimate recipient gets to pick the theme of the book they want. So this book is going to be going to my good friend Shaina, and she picked Gothic Anatomy. It's totally her vibe. And so my friends and I came together. We all put a signature together in that theme. And this, this is going to be what I'm showing you today. Look at this. Holy moly. Woo! Shaina is the charm queen. All right, so how about I stop yapping and we just dive into it. Let's go. All right, my friends, I have brewed myself a fresh cup of coffee, and I really recommend you do the same if you want to get cozy and settle in as we get ready to flip through this. I'm going to try and not take 50,000 years, maybe only 25,000. But there's a lot to go through here. However, I do believe that each of the gals who made a signature in this book will have a video of their own on their channel. I know Shaina's is already up. So if I'm not explaining something right, or if you want to get like the actual artist point of view and firsthand, detailing of what they did in their signature, I will link all of the people in this book who have contributed a signature so that you can go directly to their page and check them out. So like I said, the theme was Gothic Anatomy on this, and so because of that, I'm thinking like rustic, grungy, blah blah blah. So everyone put you know, sent me their signatures. And then once I had all the signatures together, I organized them in a way that I thought would best suit this cover that I built. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen some snippets of this cover that I built. It's about 5-inch spine, and it's about 8 3/4 tall. And so what I did on this cover was, just to go through some of the detail on it, is I made the paper look like old, aged leather. I distressed it and I did all kinds of stuff to it, and then I sealed it so that it would stay protected. And then I used my gold leafing pen to do, you know how the olden books have like the gold writing and stuff on them? So I did that here, and you can see I wrote Gothic Anatomy on the side, and I tried to do like the little design. And then on the front, well, let me say on the side here, I also attached this charm, and this one was made by Priscilla, who is Release the Craftin. And I just left it on the safety pin that she gave, so Shaina can detach that if she wants, but it's a nice little fabric fiber tassel. So on the front cover here, I didn't want to do too much because I really was trying to envision like this should be something that, you know, isn't heavily embellished on the outside, especially when the inside is so jam-packed. So I did the gold leafing here around the front again, and then I just attached this little piece that Shaina sent with a little clip so she can move this around. But since it's a jumbo book, I attached this to the spine with a little eyelet, and it can act as a secondary bookmark if she doesn't want to leave it tucked in on the front here. But there is also another fabric bookmark, so she may need 2 at a time. I don't really know, but there's 2 because the book is huge. So I love this little piece that she sent though. It's basically, it says female right here on the top, and it's just an anatomy piece, but it's got layers of like acetate of the different, you know, systems of the body until you get finally down to the paper level. Look at that. Look at the eyes and the brain. So that is this. And then on the front cover, again, just keeping it really simple, I just made this little sort of like a nameplate, and it says from the desk of S. Lazarus, and then the year that we started working on this book to the year it was finished. And then, like I said, this just tucks in to keep it in place, kind of. So all you have to do is shimmery her in. And there she goes. And then just to make sure she stays in place, I latched her with this little clip. Okay. So the closure is a charm, a charm that Shaina made. And so because she made it like a real like charm, it was a little bit more clustered. I separated the charm out and, you know, spread the charms out a little bit and attached it to this little clip here. So it just opens like this, and the back part is connected to an eyelet here, but she's got this little clasp that she sent, so she can also change that out if she wants to. Now, Shaina has a flip through on her channel, and she does talk about how she makes everything in her signature, but I just want to say this eyeball right here, this eyeball was made by Shaina. Let me bring this closer so you can actually see this masterpiece, because she didn't really talk a lot about it in her video, but this is the eyeball. It is hand painted by her, and it is absolutely just amazing. I mean, and it looks like it's sitting in there on a little, I don't know what she did, but this is probably like one of my most favorite things. But she's got all kinds of cool things on the charm, and that is how it closes. So I just left it like that so it can lay off to the side while you flip through the book. This can go up, and then this bookmark chain goes up also. I did make the book hollow back so that it will lay completely flat when she decides to, you know, either add to it, work in it, or, you know, just look through it. And so, again, I really just kind of modeled the signatures in no particular order other than it's just how it fit best in the book. So the first signature is, oh, and the paper on the inside, this is some Italian paper that I got a while ago at a flea market. Let me see if I need to zoom in a bit. There we go, that's better. So Shaina's signature. Her theme was around these two gals that she had looked up the history on them, and she goes through all of it in her video, but I'm just going to do a quick little flip through of it here. So she made her signature centered around these two gals, as you see here. The strange story, and then she's excellent with all of her dyeing and staining and stuff like that. So she's got lots of fun pockets and stuff tucked inside of them. A lot of coffee stain papers and dictionary pages. And this is the little rib cage that you see sticking out. But it's this little tag that she made. Just, I mean, the layering alone is like, yowza. All right. So Shaina's got the most patience of anyone that I know. So she's definitely got the talent and the, you know, the skill to do all of this great stuff. So another little tag in here, lots of fun charms. I try to make sure that all of the charms like stick out. And I also was happy to put her signature first because she's got all the charms. They hang down nicely over the rest of the book when it's closed. Okay, so there's that. Next, she's got this cool, I'm going to take this out so I can take this off, but it's a flip out. And she's got this really cool tag in here with the bone charms on it. She's got some blood stains in here. Got the faux like gauze with the faux blood. And then this foot piece is really, really cool. It's like a little feetsies. She's got this little skeleton dude hanging out here, a little tag, this envelope, and she's got some fun things in here. Piece of ephemera. And I like on her little tags and stuff, she did some like, you know, really like doctor-ish kind of writing, and a fun little charm there. Little x-ray tag. She's got her little aspirin in this little vial here with some scissors and a little skeleton pin. So again, her layering is just excellent, excellent. And I love Shaina's coffee staining. So this book will be going to her. She is SB Artistry here on YouTube. So definitely give her a checking out. Look at that, distressing. Eesh. I love this one here. It's textured, and then she's also added all kinds of like fun embossing and stuff to it. There's a little pocket in here, and it's, I could take this off. It's got some, you know, medical type ephemera. Look at that. And then this is also a little folder with more stuff in it. Over here, there's a couple pockets. And then here, pocket. And then she had this little, well, here's the center of her signature. And then she had this little booklet that sort of starts telling the story of these gals, Millie and Christine, the Carolina twins. And then there's some space in there for her to journal as well. So I tucked that in the center, and then she had this wrapped over. Two-headed nightingale. Look at this little skeleton. And she's got a pocket in here. And there's some stuff in this little envelope here also. I love this little gauze stuff that she used because it's like, we were talking about how it's kind of like blood splatter. Fake blood, obviously. I love these little x-ray things that she did here. Let's see if I can take it off. But it's just like a jumbo slide, and she like distressed it with the paint and stuff. So really, really cool artistry there. Little piece of fabric with a nucleus or something. She put this little blood vial, it's fake blood, but I thought that was so cool with the little metal tag. And then it's attached to this little tag here, and then she layered some textiles here, did some slow stitching to make it look like different stitch examples. And then she's got more ephemera. There's some more goodies tucked in this pocket. And that is Shaina's signature. And again, this book is going to her. So, and this was her choice of theme, her theme of choice. So obviously, you know, this sets the tone for what she had in mind when she said, which, you know, we all get to do our own interpretations of that theme. So that's what makes it so much fun and so unique. Now, the next signature is Kim's from from Serene Bookworks. And Kim's, it does have a little latch here. I like that so much because it kind of makes it like its own little carry journal within the book. But I left it unlatched so that you guys have to see me struggle. But she put SBL here in this little tag, this little nameplate tag. And that's Shaina's initials for her shop. So Kim's got some things tucked in here as well. Like I said, I'll link all these ladies in the description box so you guys can check them all out. So Kim, you know, she's got a lot of anything that you would really expect to see in a Gothic Anatomy type book. Some fun distressing. There's a little altered paper clip that she made here. It says liver. And then there's your liver. Fun little tags. I like these little dictionary pages that she used. There's the center of her signature. I like this little random little stitch here. A little eye chart and a little fabric cluster with a button. She clipped on a tag here, another altered paper clip, and this one says scalpel. Lots of fun distressing, and again, faux blood. She dyed some cool papers. More notes, and that's Kim's signature, Serene Bookworks. So here is the little muslin bookmark. She can just move this around. Next is my signature, and I went with a theme that was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde inspired, and so that's what my theme was. So I used several different kits in mine. So I used some little file folder pieces as tuck spots and anatomy book pages. And then these little file folders open and have some little trinkets in there. I really wanted the first half of the book to look like when he's his calm version of himself, normal doctor. And then as we get into the second half of the signature, is when he turns and the monster comes out, and you'll notice the change in the signature where he goes, it's pretty neat and orderly over here, and then it goes into erratic, monstrous over here in the back part of the signature. So that's the progression that you'll see. So a little tuck spot here, a fabric flip, and there he is, and you can see him, and then there's a little monster lurking. He's coming, he's a-coming. And so these are some real vintage doctor prescriptions. And so this one here, this one's from 1934. So I put a couple of those in here. Some tags, collages. And this is the same fabric that I used for this part of the book. And then here, a little tuck spot on this little piece, little book page, and it says, Dr. Jekyll's Promise. Just some places for her to do some writing on. Oh, and this one is, it's another just like journaling place, but I sealed it with a wax seal because, you know, they did a lot of that kind of stuff in this era. So when she's ready to write inside of it, she can just break it open and do some journaling. Okay, so a couple little just tags here. Those are from Mrs. Cog, and a jumbo tag here. And some old ledger paper and a journaling spot. Another anatomy page. And so here we are at the center of the book, and you can see like he's been doing some research and, you know, starting to try and understand like what would happen. Here's the center. Oh, and this little wrapping bandages, this is actually Shaina's, but her signature was getting too heavy. But so I put that in my signature, but this was made by Shaina. And it's held with this paper clip, and this paper clip has the potion. And this is the potion that he's going to take to turn himself. And in here, I tried to put a little vinegar and a little oil because they separate. And so I wanted that to be like the same idea as, you know, if he drinks this, his two personalities will split and, you know, become prominent and separate. So that is his little potion here. And now that we're at that phase, you'll see things start getting a lot more cattywampus and just in disarray. Now there's actually some fake blood on the tags and stuff because he's on a rampage. You can see here, poison. Some crazy sewing. I really just wanted the feeling of the, you know, chaos to come through on these pages. So some torn pages, like really ragged. I wanted it to look like, you know, he's just, you know, out of his mind when he's looking through this side. So there's a little tuck spot with some stuff in there. Crinkled pages because maybe he's in the middle of, you know, doing something, and then voila, he turns into the monster. And this is just a messy, intentionally like grungy little tuck spot here. And then here's a little tag, and you can see it's torn and all that stuff on the page. Little collage. Now you're going to start seeing more red in this side of the signature. Another doctor's note here. Torn, ragged, big tag. There's some blood there on the fabric. Blood, 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 blood. And then here at the end, the search for Hyde. And is this the... There's a book page in here somewhere. I don't know. I'm trying not to take forever to go through my signature, but there's a book page in here somewhere that says that doctor, that he wouldn't... that you're not supposed to open the letter until he is, you know, he's gone, basically. And that book page is somewhere in here. I don't know where. But this is the little letter. And so it's stapled on, so she can always just tear this off. And it's really just a writing space, but she can break the seal and write on there. And that's the end of my signature. And there's my stamp. And then lastly, we have, but not least, we have Priscilla, who has released a Crafton, and she did a Jack the Ripper theme. And so here is her signature, and I think she custom made this kit. If you all know Priscilla, she is a digital artist as well. She makes lots of kits that you've probably seen around. So I think she made this kit especially for this book, but she's got some fun gessoed pages in here. She's stenciled and stamped on those. Little tag, and oop, it opens this way. And this is a fun one. And then she's cut out some words here. Danger signals, life and death, trouble endings. Troublesome endings. And then I think I sent her that book page there. So she's got some fun little spats and stuff on the kit. You know, creating the kit in itself is a big task as well. So fun tags there. And I think it flips down and you can write in there as well. I like her dyeing that she did on her pages. Lots of stamping and stenciling. It's a fun little tissue piece. Of course, there's journaling space. Shaina, I hope you use this book. And here's a fun little opening tuck spot with some people tucked in here. Tags. And I think she actually did all of this mixed media. So lots of mixed media done on this as well. Priscilla is a mixed media whiz. Really cool kit. It says Wicked. Notice of removal. And then see here she did some like faux blood, but it's like textured and kind of glossy, so you can see it kind of looks like it dripped on there, which is really, really cool. And I think, yeah, this is a tuck spot, and this is a big, it feels really cool. It's a piece of like mixed media stationery that she made. This is all, it feels like cool. Like I think it's probably gesso and stenciling and paint. I'm not even sure how she got this texture, but it's really, really cool. And so here we have a little tiny paper clip holding on this envelope that she made. I mean, I know Shaina's going to appreciate all this because Shaina's super big into art. So, and there's something inside of this envelope here. I believe it's probably the Ripper. Probably the Ripper. The Ripper and the Dipper. Oops. Some more really cool papers. And then here, this flips open and she's got a bunch of tags in here. More mixed media she did on there. It looks like they're embossed. The soul with sorrow laden. And all these tags open for more writing space. Utter despair. And yeah, I wish you guys could feel, you know how we have, how everyone always wants smell-o-vision? I wish we had feel-o-vision. I love this kit. It's very like muted, but you know, the story still comes through. Dear Witch Chapel Police, sincerest regards, Leather Apron. Ah, yes, old Leather Apron. All right, and then here we've got some little pieces that she tucked in for Shaina to use. Looked a bit frightened. And then there's a tag here. Something she tucked in, yeah. A little writing card. And then it looks like she's clipped on, yeah, this cool envelope that she made here. An unfortunate ending. Perfectly placed. Case number and then a little writing spot. She's put some more tags here in the back. Little wax seal with the crow on the skull. This is almost like my tattoo. And that is the end. Wow. All right, friends. So if you all hung out here until the very end, or if you started it and came back and finished, I appreciate you guys for hanging out for a bit. You know, this is a labor of love of many creative souls. And Miss Shaina, I hope that you enjoy this book. I know that you're gonna love it. I've enjoyed spending some time and being with it here while I was the lucky one who got to bind this monstrous monster and build the cover for it. So and whenever I come and see you, obviously I'll probably want to look through it again. So thank you for giving us a great theme to work with, Shaina. Kudos to all of the artists. Kim at Serene Bookworks, Shaina at SB Artistry, and Priscilla at Release the Craftin', and myself, PinkOddBird. So, yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below. If you like this video, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Have you ever made a book like this in a collaborative style? If you haven't, I really recommend trying it out. It's super fun because you get to try your hand at some themes that you may not have ever tried your hand at, depending on what your friends are into. Obviously, I think if you start looking around my circle of friends, you're going to see we're kind of all into the same things. So, once again, I hope you all have a great and safe holiday. Thank you all for hanging out with us here for a bit on this one. And I do believe that that is going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.